Hi there. This is Julia Aparicio-Mercado, the real estate mercado, as I go by, and I'm here with Claudia Castillo from Denver, Colorado. How are you doing, Claudia?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you, Julia?
I'm doing really well, thank you. So, oh my gosh, today is the 6th of October, 2023,
It's
and
hard
I
to
don't
believe.
know, too
Yeah,
fast, too
too
fast.
fast.
The years
Yeah.
are too fast. But Claudia is just getting to know me. I'm getting to know her, and we're referral partners. I'm in Los Angeles, California, and I am doing real estate from Coldwell Banker Hallmark Realty in Glendale, California. I'm backed by one of the nation's largest brokerages, as is Claudia. She's with Keller Williams. So we got some powerhouse brokerages here, right, Claudia?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah. So to tell you a little bit about myself, I am doing real estate primarily. Well, actually, I don't have either buyer seller. I do both buyer seller side. And whoever needs help, and I try to make resources available to my clients as best as I can. That means, with down payment assistance or FHA loans, veterans loans. We have good resources through our brokerage, and we refer people to a referral lender that we have. And in addition, we have a very strong team of inspectors, title company, etc., people that we rely on, that we can go to people, which is really great. I think you're probably experiencing the same thing with the large brokerage, right?
Yep, that's exactly it. The referral partners, that
Yes.
vendor group. Yeah, creating that family feel with everyone. Yeah.
Right. And so it's good because if you go with somebody like either of us, then you're getting that benefit of, okay, we already have people we really can rely on and who are accountable to us. In addition, I'm all about service. For 17 years, I was an attorney. I still have a few legal things I work on, but I understand legal responsibilities and, really serving the client and being loyal to them and serving their best interests. So, yo hablo español. Yo creo que Claudia también habla español, ¿sí?
See.
Yeah. So we're bilingual, and we're here to help anything that you need. But Claudia, I think that you have a lot of interesting hobbies I was reading about. Why don't you tell me more about yourself? And if people are moving to Denver or something, they can get in touch with you. Let's hear about you.
Yeah, no, definitely. So my name is Claudia Castillo. I'm an agent in the Denver, Colorado market is where I am at. I've been licensed for about 6 years now. And before I was actually on the mortgage side. I did lending for 6 years with the local bank, and then just decided to try the other side of the table, and it's been great. Just getting to, like, even right now, helping other agents and growing their businesses and just coaching them through as once they're licensed and getting them up and going. So it's been awesome. Yes. So hobbies and what Julia's alluding to. I told her I've gone skydiving a couple of times. So there's a lot to do here in Colorado. I took off one day on a whim. I don't know if you've watched that the movie The Yes Man with Jim
No,
Carrey. Yeah, so highly recommend it. Maybe you go skydiving afterwards. So I went ahead and I was watching this movie on a Saturday, and I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like I'm kind of stuck, and called up to Longmont, which is about an hour north of Denver, just to give you that perspective. And so called up there and I go, hey, do you guys have any availability today? And they said, yeah, we actually do for one. And so I went up there, I called a friend, I go, hey, if I go MIA, here's the last place that I was at. And so it was great. It was such a blast. And I did it again the next time I went back with that friend. Yeah. I went back around and I'm like, hey, like, do you want to go together now? And she goes, yeah, let's go. So it was the scenes up there, like, you really, how you look at Google Maps and you do like the street view or like the overview, like that's what it looked like. You could see that, like the crossings of the streets, you could see like where the parks were, the lakes, like it was so beautiful. So beautiful.
But it's just flying by like
and it goes so quickly, and at the same time it's the right amount of time, like when you're floating in the air after the parachute opens. So it was fun. So I was talking to someone here in the office that they do it, that they're jumpers, like they they don't have to do tandem. So that means going with someone else that you're strapped to.
Yeah.
Him and his wife just do it all like they're certified to just go on their own.
Oh
And
my
I'm like, that
gosh.
is so cool.
So you went tandem? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
Okay.
did tandem. Yeah, you have to have so many hours of like going tandem and then so many hours of going solo before they let you just even. Yeah, there's a lot of training involved with it. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise you could pass out, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
So yeah, that making sure that you're good. So that
I-
that was a lot of fun. That
yeah.
was a couple years ago, and I was like, you know what, I got to do something different. And so that was perfect. And yeah, I think Colorado has a lot to offer, right? So there's a lot of mountains. Literally, are 30 minutes away from Denver if you want to get a scenic view. Within a couple of hours, you can be up in Aspen. There's Breckenridge for skiing. There's Twin Lakes that you could go out to. There's Granby. So there's a lot that you could do in Colorado and all within a driving distance. So, we're talking earlier about like Walsenburg. So
Yeah.
Southwest, so Southwest Colorado has also like the white sand dunes
Oh, okay.
as
I
well.
didn't know about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's pretty much anything you're looking to do, you can do it within the city or within an hour, 2 hour drive. And the food scene's gotten bigger here, and like the
Yeah.
art, the street art, the coffee shops that you can really just go and just be like the hole in the wall. So it's great. It's been really cool to see the area change.
Yeah, you're not that far from New Mexico then either, right?
Mhm.
I mean, you can hop over there, have some wine, some chili.
Yeah, literally. It's to Albuquerque from Denver Metro, you're looking at 6.5 hours.
Right, right.
Yeah. So it's a
No,
short drive.
no, yeah, the mountains up there are beautiful, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
here,
mhm,
what's cool, like you'll always know, like if you're on the west side of them or on east of the mountains and you ever feel like you're lost here in Colorado, wherever your mountains are at, like that's your west side. If you're
okay.
on this side of the mountains, if you're on the east side of the mountains. So Denver area.
That's great. Yeah. So you guys are the Mile High City, is that it?
That's exactly it. So yeah, Denver proper elevation's 5,280, so
Okay.
5,280 feet in height from
Yeah.
sea level. So it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
that is much higher. And then, you get a headache.
have you been out to Denver recently or?
No, I think I had been once, just to do a memorial for someone and special. But no, I always think well of Colorado,
Yeah.
and I have family that was from there and New Mexico originally. So
Yeah.
very beautiful, beautiful state.
Yeah.
And we get all our water from you guys, right? Isn't that where the river starts? Or
We have some there. I think,
yeah,
yeah, we're tapping into the water right now in Kansas. I think where's the water we're starting to tap into. We've just gotten population has grown significantly. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you those numbers. It's been really good to see just the growth that we've had, and just the economy overall has been strong here in Colorado. Amazon came in a couple of years ago. The other one was like Oracle, and then Google as well. They've come to
right.
Colorado, so I think they're seeing that with their employees, like work-life balance or just opportunities, right, where they can grow their businesses.
Well, a lot of people can work remote too now. So
Mhm.
you can live wherever you want. You want to live near the mountains. That's a great place to be if you like nature. Yeah, everybody I hear, like if you're in Colorado, you love Colorado, you're an outdoors person.
And I'm not too much. I have friends that enjoy hiking. I went on a hike a couple of weeks ago with a good friend of mine, and I just the time to do things, and I was like, all right, I gotta slow down and take advantage of the views.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but out here, we have Yosemite. we
Yeah.
have but we have the yeah, we have the Sierras, but we also have the beaches and the wine country and all that. So it's California is kind of crazy. It's like has almost every climate. The deserts.
Yeah.
And closer to me, we have Joshua Tree if you wanted to go see that. I haven't gone. I heard it's really beautiful, at sunset and sunrise, to see those sights. But there's always a lot to do. But actually in the city, I mean, there are so many cities within our city here.
Mhm.
It's absolutely insane. And, we tend as Angelinos to stay in one part of the city,
Okay.
okay, because there is traffic.
Yeah.
And you could get so much done just being in one part of the city. But yeah, the other day I went out to the Santa Monica Pier.
Mhm.
That's one of our attractions. And it was really nice to sit on the beach, go to the pier, eat some food, and there's stuff to do there. And then, a stone's throw away from that is Venice Beach. And, that was fun too. And they have the murals from, Arnold Schwarzenegger or
Yeah.
the skaters or whoever, was out there being famous. Even going back to
Yeah.
Gidget from the old movies,
Yeah.
those old beach movies. I think, who was it? Was it Frankie Avalon used to be with Annette Funicello? I don't remember. But anyways, they even have those things because it's like LA icons. And Jim
Mhm.
Morrison used to live out in the Venice Beach area. So they have mural for
Okay.
him. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Doors,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a cool little kitschy place at Venice Beach still. It's like, even though like the tech really came in to that area and like, so it's very upgraded in that sense. But
Yeah.
that part of town's cool. And then just like heading back towards my part of town, like, oh, there's so much food. But stopped and got some pizza at La Rocco's in Culver City on Main. I'm just giving them a shout out because that was some good pizza. So
Oh, you can never go wrong with good pizza. And
I
like
know.
you find that staple and you're like, yep, I'm coming back.
Yeah, but it's just like, that's just exploring like one part of the city, like it's like so diverse. You go Beverly Hills or
Yep.
outrun Los Feliz or whatnot. And it's just, and near the airport, they put up SoFi Stadium so many years ago,
Okay.
not that long ago. And that area is being developed too. It's spreading out from the airport area, just like being developed.
Mhm.
So it's just, there's always so much going on.
Yeah. No, which is good.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is an awesome place to live, except for the traffic, but we get our sunshine too.
Yeah.
So, that's nice.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. I think we get, can't remember, like over 300 days of sunshine is what we have in the state. And there'll be days. Yeah. We
It's
are
just
a very
snowing the rest of the time or what?
It's like our winter could be like December, could be January. Snowiest months might be March and April. And so not typically of like a December, not every Christmas is white, is what I want to tell you with that piece of it. And it just
Yeah,
depends,
yeah.
right? The seasons. And then come the fall, even like today, this morning, it's a little chilly. But even today, I was just like, okay, where's the weather going to go? You could have fall, spring, summer in like 3 seasons in a day. If it snowed in the morning and then it's melted by the afternoon, like it's just, yeah, it's good weather
Right.
all around.
No, my sister had gone out there. There was snow, I think in June on the ground in the mountains still.
In the mountains, yeah.
It hadn't melted completely.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. It's beautiful. Like we had such a tough winter this past winter in that we got so much rain and snow. And the winter started out nice, like in December and stuff. It
Mhm.
was like a little snowfall and this and that. But oh my gosh, as the winter progressed, it just started coming down on us. And like
Yeah.
people got
I
stuck
saw
out
that
by Big
actually.
Bear. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you're saying that, I was like, yeah, I remember seeing the pictures and I was like, oh, that's a big snowstorm for LA, especially.
Yeah. And it's not like, I mean, you have to go into the mountains by Big Bear to the east or
Mhm.
something. And that's where they were really catching it. Um, but
Yeah.
but in the city, especially like right in the middle of the city, we're pretty, knock on wood, we're we're pretty weatherproof. I don't
Yeah.
know, I hope
No,
so.
that's a good thing. No, that's awesome. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's just the weather. You never know. So you always carry a jacket if you're in Colorado or a sweater or something. Just you never know what the night's gonna do.
but very pretty, very pretty.
Very
I
pretty.
love the snow. Yeah.
Yeah, my drive into the office, I'm driving west, so I just see the whole mountain scenery, and I was like, wow, just
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice to live there. Very nice.
Yeah, you get into downtown and you're right, like more of the downtown for us, like downtown Denver, that's where it's a little more congested with traffic and all of that. And I had an event down by Mile High or Empower Field where the Broncos play
Okay.
yesterday, and that took me 45 minutes from my house just because of traffic just in that downtown area.
Yeah, I think every major city gets that, but
Hmm.
you get so many benefits from living inside the city anyway. So
Yeah,
it evens
everything's
out,
close.
evens out. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
right there with you. It's all close by. Yeah, what do you enjoy doing in LA? Like, what's your favorite thing?
Oh, I'm pretty lazy sometimes, but no. I just enjoy, like, we go to the markets and, like, and get stuff that we don't even go out to eat all the time, because I could go out to Korean food and pay a lot for a barbecue, but I could also
Yeah,
go to the Korean market and, like, get, like, all the marinated meats and all the stuff already. That's like,
and just make it at home.
that saves some money. So I
Yeah.
kind of like to go looking around at different, like, markets and stuff and see what other people have, and, like, because at some point it's like you're not always eating out, but
Hmm.
but there are a lot of cool places to eat out too.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. And I don't know, just like going out and walking around, really. I
Yeah.
I
No,
like to
that's
go
awesome.
to yeah, and I like to go out to Hollywood there and check things out too.
Yeah.
They have a lot of little shows and bars and stuff like that. So it's pretty active down there, and, like, it's
Th-
not that far. And then we
Yeah.
have sports out here. We have Dodgers and Lakers, and we're headed into the finals right now, or the postseason
Postseason.
for
Yeah.
baseball. Yeah. So, like, there are a lot of things to do. Um, but yeah, no, mostly the eateries and the little places that you find that you just like. I quite frankly, I go hang out at my friend's wig shop, and she has,
That's
like,
awesome.
shows and stuff going on, and, like,
Yeah.
things like that. She's right next to one of the offices or something for RuPaul's Drag Race and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So
her shop is busy.
her shop is pretty busy, and then
Yeah.
that's the outfitter's wig down there. I don't know. So we just do whatever. Maybe go to the park. The Griffith Park is good too to hang out at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So little stuff here and there.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
I'm a lot with you in it's like the eateries, right? Like going out and exploring new
Yeah.
food and then picking stuff at the markets. The other day I got fresh like peaches. And so we have on the west side of town, west side of Colorado, there's Palisade peaches from like Grand Junction, like that side of town or that side of the west. They were so fresh, so delicious. And I
Oh,
bought them here and I was like, oh,
that's
this is
so
so
good.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot like you going out to eat, just hanging out with friends and just catching back up with people, right? Making those
Right.
connections. And I've
Yeah.
found like like even in the real estate market where I have made friends with my clients and I'm like, hey, let's go out to eat, let's go hang out. You start meeting just cool people that you never thought you'd cross paths with.
Mhm.
So it's awesome
Yeah.
building those relationships. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's weird, like, out here, I'm so bad at recognizing people, but
Yeah.
my husband recognizes stars, like, all the time in our neighborhood and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because I guess Los Feliz has, the flats, and then they have the hills, and then, like, there's some very nice houses in the hills.
Yeah.
And so we have the movie stars, like, come down from the hill, and we kind of
Yeah.
spot them sometimes, or it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. So yeah, and being so close to Hollywood, we're close to the Walk of Fame and everything, but it's kind of, like I said, I half the time I don't recognize the movie stars, but
Yeah.
they're kind of, like, scattered all over the place. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, they're trying to
Yeah.
live normal lives being superstars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So how's the market out there in LA? How are you guys what are you seeing? What's activity looking like for you?
Right. So, I mean, the market it's kind of crazy because you would think with the interest rates being what they are that are having increased, not that they're abnormal because they're pretty normal, that there would be, you know, some sort of decrease in the prices. And I think now at this point, you know, being it's the fall season, we're getting ready for winter, you know, the prices are going down a little bit, but it's just, I don't know if it's the seasonal dip or we're seeing some sort of a market change where things are leveling off. And I think that's what everybody's kind of trying to figure out right now. And most people think that there is going to be some sort of readjustment, whether it's small or big, but so, you know, I think people are saying that it's going to be a big readjustment and a big decrease. Exactly. It's not going to happen.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I always point to population increase. But really, the thing is this, that the last time we had the real estate bubble burst, right? That was 2008. And then going the next few years after, but it had been because the bonds were based on the loans, and the loans were based on these crazy arms rate things that everybody was just selling like hotcakes at the time. So we don't have that situation this time where there's some like visible flaw. Even though it was visible, everybody was ignoring it, and like they were just so happy about real estate at the time in 2008, before 2008. But like we don't have that kind of a major flaw that we're identifying. If anything, there may be a little dip in a recession that some people are forecasting. But really, I don't see that. I mean, you might be able to pick up some distressed properties at that point if you're ready with cash. If you're ready. But really, we're not seeing that that's going to be a major issue. And the prices, it's kind of crazy because, we'll look at just the California stats, and they update them, and, there's not really much of a change here. And, okay, say Glendale, where like I have my office, you're still getting a median price of 1.6 million for a home, single family residence. And it sale to list price at 104%, 104.2%. That's the numbers from August. And then if you go and you look at, say, for California, you're going to see similar numbers. Well, let's see. For Los Angeles, median price is 1.2 million from August, and 100.3% for the sale to list price, and that's the August numbers. And we trail a little bit as far as the info we get for the cities, but as far as California, it's very similar type numbers. And we look to, as part of what we do as realtors, and you do as well, is just you're going to look at your realtor association. I belong to the Glendale one, and they let us know the forecasts as well. And this is pretty much what they're saying. There's going to be a readjustment here. It's not going to be too major, but right now we're seeing, I keep going on and on. Just one more thing. Okay. Some listings are starting to expire. That might be seasonal because people put things up in the spring, but we think that the buyers and the sellers are not matching up right now. And the buyers are expecting a little bit more, and they're kind of holding out. So, there's some readjustments that are going on there, and that's going to mean it's going to go down a little bit. But we're getting the expireds are coming up again now. Those numbers are starting to little by little increase, and people who are not readjusting, who are selling and bringing their price down a little bit to match with those expectations are seeing that they can't really sell as easily. So there's a little bit of a readjustment going on. But other than that, it's crazy. If you look at the numbers, California is like just up, you know,
Mhm.
and even if you get a little dip, and this is what we're talking about, it's just a little dip. It's going to continue to, wow. I mean, the equity people build here is crazy. And that's part of the reason why you're not getting is, you know, distressed properties. Even if we go through a recession, people refinance when they have that much equity
Mhm.
built in. And it's not like what happened in the dot-com boom because, and then the bust, because people ended up upside down on their
Mhm.
mortgages, right?
Not the case now, right?
Not the
Yeah.
case now. So different scenarios. So if people are looking for, you know, the sky to fall, I don't think it's gonna
I
happen.
agree.
Okay, that's all I
No,
have. That was
yeah.
really long. Sorry.
No, you're good. And part of it too, right? Like it's just like you were saying, like the buyers and the sellers and their expectations. I think a buyer is saying, hey, I'm going to wait for rates to drop. I want to wait for the market to come back down. I think that moment again, and what's been studied, right? Once the interest rates drop, then we get back to our inventory, or everyone's flocking to the inventory, knowing that that the rate is less.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, take advantage now, like especially our seasonality, right? We're in this fall, what is it, typically like September to March before our seasonality starts in the real estate industry. And it's like, take advantage now. I remember when I bought my first townhome, the realtor that I had seen at a closing table, and when I was doing the lending side of things, she goes, if when you're ready to buy, make sure you buy in the winter. And it's like most people aren't making a move at that time, and just give it a
Right.
shot. Just it's worth it, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, sure enough, I got lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's what it takes. It might take also rolling up your sleeves and looking for a property, you know, maybe something that needs a little fixing up, you know, if
Yeah.
that's what somebody wants to do, if they're starting out, you know. Other people are like, I want everything done. I'm like, get this one, it would be good. Like they didn't do the cosmetics. Come on, you know.
Yeah. This is
People
your
are
final
like,
touch on it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I see that. And I'm like, why are you discouraged?
Yeah.
It's like, it's, you know, if it's got good bones, if the sewer line's good going to the street, you know, you got a good roof. I mean, come on, that's, and then you didn't like the carpet, pull out the carpet.
Yeah. So there's some that are easy fixes like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And yeah, it's just going with the seasonality, right? And see where we're at. And then what I was going to tell you, so Denver, there's Denver City and County is what we have. And then there's 7 counties around the outside that just like all the suburbs that are there. So Denver's pretty connected. Once you take a look at it, you could cross the street, you're in Aurora, cross the street, you're in Thornton. From Denver, across the street, you're in Westminster. So it all just kind of connects on there. So we have 7 counties total. And yeah, Denver Metro alone is, I think the average price right now is around 650. What's Denver? The further out you go and like more east, you're getting more bang for your buck in size. And you're still within downtown Denver about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all relatively close. I mean, days on market for us right now, we're about 14 days to get under contract. And I was looking at a stat earlier today that if you have a listing, so that you're any listing on the market now is taking about 15 showings before they go under contract versus last year, right? And I think you and I both remember that market. It was just like it's like selling like hotcakes, right?
Yeah, it was fast.
Yeah, the market just kept rolling, and yeah, we're still moving along. I think you're right. A lot of what you said there in the where the price adjustment and where we're at, depending on who you talk to, right? Some are saying that we're already in a recession, others are saying we're not. And it's just like if you look at the reports and like unemployment and CPI and all of that, it's where we're at. I think we're at that bottom of what most people would consider that recession piece. And
Right.
we're just still going. I was having a conversation with a good friend the other day, and I go, if you think about it, your house payment is essentially a savings account that you're putting into. Yes, you're paying a mortgage down and interest and depending on where you're at, yet at the same time, it's going up in value just with an appreciation naturally. And I go, so that was, I don't know where I had that light bulb moment. And I was like, but it's your savings account is where you're at there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the best investment.
Yeah.
They even say the REITs where everybody puts in
Mm-hmm.
their money together and buys property, you buy into that, that those usually outperform over the long term, like the stocks and the bonds and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah. It's the
Just
best
hold long
investment.
term. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly
long
it.
term,
Hold long
long term.
term. Yeah. And that's exactly it. Someone's always going to need a place to stay if it becomes a rental. I do a lot with first time home buyers. And over the last couple of years, I've been seeing the turnover like from them of like leaving one as a rental and starting to build their wealth through the real estate side of things. So it's really cool to see like, hey, the first steps are just let me build the equity. Let me take this out. Let me get a bigger home for my family and I. And it's just that first little step and you're all set there.
That's what I love to hear. I
Yeah.
love to hear people building wealth from real estate, and especially when they're just starting out like that. Because I think it's like they even have statistics like your children are more likely to go to college if you lived in a house. Like you're just economically better off in general. And I
Yeah.
think it's like you do have that security. If you did have to sell for some reason, um, you know, uh, people have to make ends meet for like crazy reasons. Like we have a very poor medical system in this country. But like if something, God forbid, were to happen and you have that asset, it can be a lifesaver, literally,
A tap into a home equity line of credit, or is there something you can use your house to leverage it with?
Right, right. So
That's
either way, but I mean, yeah, I mean, that's the way to go, definitely. Just to secure things for your future, your family's future.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And yeah, it's just helping that create that generational wealth, right? And if you're the beginning of it, like this is just the start of it. If you've seen it done in your family, now you're building your own. And just growing that, like, here's what my assets look like, here's what my retirement account is going to be, here's what I have going for me. And so I think it's great. And I love seeing like the 20 sums, the early 20s that are buying their first house now. And I'm like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that head start and, build from there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's exactly it. For me, I do a lot with first time home buyers, working with some investors now, and then taking a look at just out of state, right? So I've had quite a few people from I think last year was two from San Diego that came in. So
Right.
California to Colorado, we have a large military presence, and so there's a base here in Aurora. And so yeah, I've had a couple of clients from there.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, going both ways because I've heard people like to start out in other states, sometimes buying because it's easier to get in,
Yeah.
and then you do the rehab, and then you rent it out and then you refinance like the whole thing. But sometimes it's just easier to start in another state when you're investing.
Yes.
And then, but on the other hand, like the money out here in the the California area just grows really fast. And it's been so strange because um, when you say up and coming areas, like first it started, with Silver Lake and then Echo Park here, those neighborhoods in LA. And like it's just now it's going into East LA that if it's weird, it's like if you buy into the one area that's gonna go hot,
Yeah.
in only a few years you could see a huge jump. And I like don't want to say, oh, this is gonna happen. You're gonna because
Yeah.
it's I'd say prospecting. We use that in a different term as realtors, but it
Yeah.
is prospecting in a way. It's like you are looking for what has potential, and people do that too out here.
Yeah.
And
Those
it's yeah.
indicators. Yeah.
Yeah, those areas. LaSalle Park, not far from the Dodger Stadium, within the last few years, that's just what happened to them. And it was like insane amounts of equity, just boom, like overnight, just
Yeah.
appeared, once those neighborhoods went up. And it's just because we have very scarce housing in California. We have the housing crisis, and we're just always looking for new places to house people and to improve and everything. We need more builders.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you guys have a lot of new builds going up, or is it more of like remodeled homes, like the rehabs that you're seeing like on the resale side?
Yeah, so it's more like we're trying to put up ADUs. We're trying to get people to rehab And that's, you know, LA is very old. And then new construction in California is generally flat. You know, we have some increases, but I think right now it's back down a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure on the new construction. But it's definitely not matching, and it hasn't been matching for a very long time, our population increase.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we're just trying to find, like I said, the ADU alternatives or something like that for people. They'd rather house their families in different ways, and like even if the family's grown or something like that, or just to use it as a rental, you know. We're just looking to expand in those ways and loosen the regulations, and that's what has been happening.
Okay. No, that's good to hear. Yeah, for us, I think you see there's certain pockets that you'll see more of the ADUs, like especially Denver city and county, just where they can't move out anymore, right? So it's just like, how can I build in the yard? How can I add another space either to rent out or have a family member live? What we're seeing more of our growth is on the east side of Denver. So Denver Metro, there's a suburb called Aurora. And so in Aurora, it's seen one of the fastest growths over the last few years. And if you look at the map, just going east, there's a lot of land still. And so
Yeah.
that's where all of that development is happening for us in the Denver metro area, or north of Denver, getting up to Fort Collins. You can see, we call it I-25 is like our main artery that comes down as far as the highway that cuts just across the state, just about halfway down the state, actually.
Yeah.
And so in that, what's Denver to Fort Collins, and it's a big, Fort Collins is Colorado State University, and it's just right before the Wyoming border. And so for college football. And so right there in that area, there's been so much growth, and you're still driving and the developments. It's been really cool to see.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we had by Porter Ranch, there was some luxury homes that were being built as well. But I don't know, I think the development is a little bit limited out here. But yeah, that is a Toll Brothers build that they were
Oh,
working
okay. Yeah.
on. You know, but it's like I said, I mean, you're going out to the extremes when you start seeing like, okay, the new developments, because they're just out of space. They're
Yeah,
out of
that's exactly it. It's like there's nowhere up the way to go but up, right? Or like rehabs and
Yeah.
like you're saying, you've seen the markets, not the markets, the neighborhoods change from when you were first there to where it's at now, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I came out here in 99. And so, oh my gosh, it's insane. Even over the last few years, it went from in the Los Feliz neighborhood, you could get like a small, maybe 2-bed, 1-bath or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 800,000 range.
Wow.
It's a minimum a million to get into the neighborhood now, pretty much. And if you
Okay.
find something for less, it's because you seriously need to do some work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even I have seen one that was gutted, and they were trying to, and it was small, and it went up for sale at $1 million, and then it went off market again. And before it was
It went
taken up.
quickly.
Yeah, no. It wasn't closed. It was the sale didn't close, but they're like, okay, that didn't quite work. I think at some point you have your limits.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as, there is a beautiful rehab that they did on Berendo in my neighborhood recently, and that still hasn't gone. And then I think that was for 3.4. But see, that's the thing, maybe 3.45, around that a price. Anyways, but like I said, the neighborhood's diverse. You go from one area, then you go up to by the park, and they're just like some beautiful homes. Oh, from the 20s and the 30s to like the Art Deco,
Okay.
the old Hollywood
Oh,
stuff.
the movie stuff.
Yeah, like you can
Yeah.
picture the old movie stars living there,
Yeah.
lounging
That's
around the
cool.
pool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's cute. But yeah,
Yeah.
Lucille Ball used to live in the neighborhood. like, but down the way towards Franklin before. We've had Walt Disney had his first studios in our neighborhood.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
just, but that's LA. Like, we have our movie industry history all scattered around.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. No.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I don't want to bore our viewers. Like, I feel like we give them a lot of good information, like where to go, what to do, like a little about
Yeah.
neighborhoods, but I don't want to keep them too long.
Yeah, no, we'll make sure that we add our contact information to the bottom of the links. That way they can reach out to us and just ask us about the market. And I think when people are thinking real estate, I don't think we just have our licenses here in California and Colorado. We can actually help you across the country, really. We have a big network, especially where we're doing our coaching program right now, where we can just connect you. We have Florida, Texas, like anywhere you're really looking to move or even just get information about the market, reach out to us and we can connect you with someone to get you top quality service and then just great information for you to have.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And then like and subscribe, please, to Claudia and I. Mine is the Real Estate Mercado. That's my YouTube. And we're here to help you and anything we can do for you. Okay. And just even if you have questions, just get in touch with us. Even if we don't know the answer, we'll go look it up. We'll go find out information for you if you have something more specific. And that's great. We're here as a resource and to serve.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us today. And then we look forward to hearing your questions. And if you have another topic that you wanted to talk about more in the real estate industry, let us know. And then we'll be happy to put on another show and just get the ball rolling, just what information we can get to you.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for introducing yourself and doing this today, Claudia.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.
Okay, take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.